Okay.
Okay, so we can have like a few minutes of awkward conversation until we start talking about something.
Okay, that's fine.
I feel like we talked about so much.
So, do you have any memorable stories of when you were young and naive and little?
Yeah, okay, so this is when I was little. This was sophomore year of high school.
Little enough.
Little enough. So I took gym as a sophomore because you only required 1 semester of gym. And I
One
took
semester?
it, yeah, like 2 quarters, half a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I
That's
took
not a
it,
lot.
it was really nice. So I took it as a sophomore, and most people take it as a freshman, so I was one of the only sophomores. So I didn't know, I knew like 2 people, and all of the freshmen were assholes. And we were talking, I was talking with my friend, and this one guy comes up, and he's British, and he's like, "Your name's Tess, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Huh, sounds like testicle." And I was
What?
just like,
Testicle?
Testicle. And I was like, "Oh,
Like the bodily
thank you." Yeah.
part?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then he just walked away, and that was
That's
awful.
rude.
It was.
I would be very livid.
Like, what do you say after that? Like,
I don't know. That's... Do you remember that person till this day?
I do. His name is Alex Mary.
Alex Mary. Well, that's an ugly name.
It is.
Sounds like 2 first names put together. So...
Like, years later, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I should have been like, Alex sounds like asshole, so.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't.
I'm glad you did it, because, yeah, that would have
been really awkward.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How about you?
Okay, well, that was a cute, short, and sweet story. Mine is kind of long, actually, come to think of it, but it's a very good story.
Okay.
So, I was about 6, and my mother gave me a pair of binoculars that were yellow, and they were on sale.
Very specific.
So, yeah, they were yellow, bright yellow, and I thought they were the coolest thing in the world. And so, every day when my parents would go to work, I would play in the backyard. We lived with my grandmother at the time, and she had a huge backyard. It was like the size of a forest. Well, even though I was little, I'm pretty sure it was. It felt like a forest to me. It felt like a forest to me. And so, anyways, over the fence of my grandmother's backyard, I never knew what was over there. She told me that there was a farm, but I could never see because the fence was just so tall, or I was little, or both. And so one day, since I got these new binoculars, I decided to climb a tree, which was like hugged up against the fence, and I figured, I can get a good view of what's on the other side of the fence. So climb up, and so I get into one of these branches that's just kind of over the fence onto the other side of the fence. And so I sit and I pull out my binoculars, and sure enough, there is a farm with cows and a bunch of farm animals.
Is this in California?
This is in California.
Okay.
Yes. And so I'm sure you can assume what happened. Maybe not. The branch got weak.
Oh, no.
And it broke, and I fell. But the thing is I fell onto the other side of the fence.
Oh,
And the
no.
fence is, like, mind you, maybe 7-8 feet tall. It's a tall fence, and I'm also very small, and I was incredibly small for my age. So yeah, it felt like practically a building that I had to get over, because I'm like, oh my god, I want to scream for help, but then at the same time, my grandma's going to kill me. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
So I'm over here, I'm literally like pacing the fence back and forth, trying to find some way to get to the other side. And as I'm pacing the fence, I turn around because I hear something approaching me, and I turn around, and it's a freaking llama.
Oh my god.
Not a cow, not a horse, not a cute little sheep, a freaking llama. And at this time, I did not know what a llama was. So, I was still learning my animal books.
Yeah, because you're 6.
Because I was 6 and I didn't know anything. And I'm pretty sure I died for like maybe 2 minutes, and I came back to life when I saw that horrible looking camel-like horse Okay, so yeah, long story short, I freaked the hell out, basically. I lose my shit. So I run in the opposite direction, along the fence. And I run like farther than I did before, and I ran all the way. And this is how big my grandmother's backyard was. This is a long way to the end of the fence. So I run, and I see the color of the fence changing from like this nice crisp brown to like this old ashy black like fence. So clearly it looks like an older area where the fence was built as opposed to where it was like remodeled. And I see the fences are kind of like, they're kind of, how do I English this? Cockeyed. Yeah, so I basically can find a way to wriggle my way through.
Okay.
And I did. Not once did I look back to see if the llama camel horse was after me. I called it a camel horse. The camel horse when I shared my tale with my parents. I did not dare tell my grandmother though. And I survived, and I stumbled out of the crevice of the fence and was all stickers, not stickers, but like
Burrs.
Yes, all over, dirt, tan bark, the works. I just looked like I came from hell, basically. I stumbled back into the house, and my grandma's like, "What were you doing out there?" I was like, I'm like, there's like tears in my eyes, like, I was just playing in the tree. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm fine. Traumatized by this camel horse that I so witnessed. Yeah, I never told her, but I'm pretty sure my parents told her, and I'm pretty sure she knew all along. I'm pretty sure she saw me falling from no. If she saw me, she would have came after me. Or maybe not. I was a little shit. She did not like, my grandmother didn't like that. My dad's mom, she did not like me. So maybe she did see me fall. She just, like, well, she's gonna figure it out. And I did, but I was traumatized afterwards.
That's crazy. Are you still scared of?
Their eyes are really pretty. So no, but then their faces are cute. But then when I see like their long necks, I'm like,
it's like a confused giraffe.
Confused, yeah, like, yeah. So yeah, that's a memorable story.
It's the best story.
Yeah, and mine was better.
It was.
I'm just kidding. I was ready. I was thinking of what to share because it's a true story.